Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So I am sitting and drawing, and I want to show you guys how great just a water-soluble pencil, which I'm using a Stabilo, and Gesso are. I'm just drawing a regular face. I really like how this one came out. She's going on a canvas, but I've been drawing all morning, and I thought, you know what? I threw the camera on and thought, I'll just uh, I'll just show you guys. So this is just your normal Stabilo. Of course, I'll have a link down below if you're interested in buying it. I have quite a few colors. I have white and black, brown. I think I have red and blue. I can't think right off the top of my head. And they're water soluble. So of course you can use, any kind of water soluble pencil or marker or whatever you have. And I'm just using cheap mixed media paper. It is the Premiere by Nicole from AC Moore 9 by 12. And I'm just using my gesso. It's my folk art gesso, but of course use whatever gesso you have or use your white paint. Or maybe you want to use pink or whatever color you want. And I'm using that with a little bit of water on my brush. And so that dissolves the Stabilo, or whatever water soluble pencil that you're using. That's the word I'll use from now on because I know it confuses people. But again, this is any water color marker, crayon, pencil. And I'm just going in with white and kind of shadowing the face a bit. I'm not doing anything like, oh, the light's coming this way or that way. I'm just darkening different parts and lightening others. Um, you'll see the one side I get a little lighter on, not the side I'm working on now, but the next side I get lighter. And I really love how she came out. I love doing this. I have several things on, several videos rather, on my channel where I use like black India ink and water and a little bit of gesso or white paint. And one is birds on a tree, I believe, and that's all I use. And then maybe I'll add a pop of color, which I do on here, you'll see. And of course I mess up like always, but I'm just going in and blurring out, the eyes and activating that water soluble pencil. And then I just go back in a little bit with more of that pencil or crayon. Crayon markers are great to do this with as well. And I did not gesso my paper or anything. It is just flat out getting ready to use. And I just love watching faces come together and playing with different things. You'll see I grab my jelly rolls, which I've been obsessed with lately, and I just sit and play. And I'll show you how to use your jelly roll almost like a glitter glue. But keep in mind, or a glitter paint, keep in mind that your jelly rolls are not permanent. At least mine aren't. And sometimes you just got to watch because they, if you go to put like a clear coat over this or whatever, it could reactivate. So just keep that in mind. Not a big deal. Everything's fixable with a little bit of paint or what have you. So now I'm going in. I love this pencil. This is the Zebra, the one I got from Mickey, and I've been using it like crazy. I just love using it. I don't know what it is about it. And I like 9 size 9 lead because it's easier because my hands break everything because I push hard sometimes. Oh, that joke though. And then but these are number 2s and I love it. I haven't had any problem. So I'm like on the search for these. I want like a million of them. So now I'm just using some yellow paint and it is lemon yellow. And I'm just laying it in there as the base. I don't really know. I always do like hazel eyes, green eyes because my daughter. So I just am outlining this with some dark green. And you'll see I change it because I didn't like the way it laid. But always, when you get an idea, try it. You never know. And like I said, everything can be painted over. I'm going in with some more gesso. And I'm adding in some burnt umber. And I was like, oh, do I want to do the eyebrows? And then I decided not to with that. And I'm just painting some hair. And I decided as I was painting, and then I'm going to make the whole background hair. Kind of like my goddess that I do, but the face is different. Or a little different, I guess. And I just mixed that burnt umber with the gesso. And the reason I did that was I didn't want it to be so dark. I want that lightness. And then I'll go in with some dark. You'll see I screw up with a marker on the hair. And then I just fix it. The marker dried way too fast. The Bic markers, wonderful permanent markers. If you are your local Walmart or AC Moore even, and you can use a coupon, buy the Bic markers. I have the thin, I have the thick, I have the fine point, and they are delicious to use. They do not move. Believe me. And I just love using them. Now I'm like, oh, the face is a little too wide for me. So I just go back in with my water soluble pencil, as you can see, and then it'll just end up as a shadow in the back, which I really like the way it came out at the end. I know you're not going to be able to see it perfectly on here once it's done, but I'm going to have to take a picture because I really, really love it. And I'm just watering it down, blending it in, adding some shadows towards the neck and chin kind of thing, and going in with more of that paint. I'm just running it through, adding some kind of texture, I guess, in a way. Now what am I doing? I cannot see. Getting rid of that Stabilo little mark there I had for the neck, and I'm just making it shadow. Now here I screw up a little bit, and then I fix it. I should have just left it there. But no. Nope. I did not. I got some more water, and I'm like, girl, we're just going to smear that everywhere. Which it took me probably in real life, probably 15 minutes to like finally get to a point where I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to leave it because I wasn't happy with it. And then I figured, you know what? If I don't dig it once I get it on the canvas, I can of course put rub-ons or word or whatever I want, to kind of blend it in the back a little bit. Or I could go over it with a little bit more white gesso. Now I'm taking a very light pink. I think it's called baby pink. Nope, yep, baby pink. And I'm going in on the lips. Now the lips are still water soluble. They're still movable. And I want that to blend in with that pink because I'm layering the color. So I just don't, And now, is this when I start putting it in? I think so. I take some of it's called Podge pink, but it's just a brighter pink. And I start kind of, not a lot, but I just kind of see how I'm like blending it in a little bit and playing. And I was going for the cheek, and I was like, girl, just stop right there. If I'm going to do anything on the cheek for color, I'll use chalk. But I was too lazy to grab it, and at the end I was like, nah, her cheeks are fine. I like it better without. I'm going in with a marker. What marker is it? Fine liner color graphic in, doesn't have a color. Does it? No. Gray. And going back in with the eyes. More with the marker because I didn't like the top of the eye that I did, so just used a little bit of water and took it out. And then I'm shadowing the lips a little bit, which I end up changing, but just adding a little bit of line and a little shadow in the middle. I smudged a little bit, so I just took a wet, you know how I always do, acrylic brush, clean it up. I'm getting that gesso out. I love me some gesso. Now I'm getting in the nose, and I'm getting in the nose. I'm getting in the nose, and I'm going to push back some of that dark black, as you can see, and I'm adding highlights on the side and underneath and on top, and yeah, so it'll be pushed back a little bit, and I really love the way that come out as well, which I'll do like a closer one at the end, but yeah. I think I even go back again. Now I have a black Sharpie, and I'm going, now you can use your black acrylic paint. I just grabbed the Sharpie, It's one of those wedge ones, and I wish I would have grabbed the other one, the point one, but I didn't. And I don't like the way the yellow is, so I'm going back in with that green, which is Green Meadow, and just going around the eyes. I mean, it's really fun just to use a water-soluble pencil and paint. Now I'm just adding a bit of color here and there, you know what I mean? So I'm going back in with that marker, the fine line marker, which could be anything, and I'm just doing some eyebrows. I go in again with a clean brush a little bit and clean up that eyebrow in that area. I don't know what the heck I was doing there, but I was doing something. Okay. That is my white jelly roll. No, my green jelly roll. I'm sorry. Where I added some glitter in the eyes. And now I'm going in with my pink jelly roll. I don't know if they're called something. Some are medium, some are not. It just says jelly roll. Sakura. And I'm going in and I color it in pink. And here's this little tip. And then I'll go in. See how I'm like patting it? I tap, tap, tap it. And it just makes it go all over it. And I just love the way it looks. And then I'm going to go with some purple jelly roll and just kind of do that shadow inside and a little bit, you know, outline on the bottom. No big deal. And then I'm taking white and just going over top the eye, where the eye, you know, like where the eyeshadows would be. Just add a little bit of a highlight. Cleaning up the eye a little bit. Yeah, just adding. I almost went into the eyelash area, but to do eyelashes, and then I changed my mind. And then I'm just highlighting the lip and the nose, and really, I just love doing her. So I thought I'd throw her up to show you guys. And I hope that you enjoyed her. Like I said, she's going on a canvas. I'll show you when I'm done. I got to figure out which canvas because I have like 12 sitting here that I've done because I love doing a mixed media background. And don't forget to highlight the eyes a little bit. I did the thing and I'm just taking a little bit. It could be white paint. This is just the jelly roll and I'm going to add a little highlight in there. So thank you so much for watching. And as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And I just love you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this. I was going to add music to it and I thought, well, I'll just come on and kind of talk through a little bit of what I did. And of course, all my information is down below and I have some links to some of the products that I love down below. If you would be interested, go check them out. And this is where I kind of screw up. I take the Bic and I go to put in dark lines and not white lines, ladies, dark lines. Those my 80s girls. And then anyway, so I just go in with darker paint and then just add some. Here, I thought I was done and I'm not. And I add some more of, you know, the brown streaks to add more depth to her hair. And that's it. Bye, guys.